Tip 1, know your map, know your shortcuts, know your routes, know your exits. And if you've ever played them before, know where the heck your objectives are. If you don't, well, you're sort of screwed. And there's really no point in playing with other people until you get better at that. Light body type's probably the best if you're going to run around the map and sprint. But anyway, first tip is know your map, routes, exits. Tip 2, use the objective wheel. The objective wheel is your master. You will obey and you will listen to your master. Another one is do smaller tasks on the objective wheel, the blue and gray ones, because they will help towards the final goal. Hip fire. If you aim down your sights all the time, then you're going to get totally screwed. If you're going to do hip fire all the time, though, you're going to need steady grip and stuff. Otherwise, you're going to slide all over the place. Stomp. If you down an enemy, stomp them. Let's try to get an example for that. Number 5. If you're outnumbered or outgunned like I just was, run away. You're not being a pussy, you're not being a scaredy cat. You're being tactical and smart. Like a pussy. Knockdowns. This can definitely help with groups of enemies if you're totally outnumbered, outgunned, or out-grenaded. Knock them down. But be careful because enemies can still shoot when they're knocked down. So you gotta learn to stop that. Okay, I'm gonna show you the stomp. Stomp. Stomp everyone down, otherwise the medic's just gonna pick them up and they're just gonna be living zombies. Buff teammates. If your teammates need a buff them. If not, who the heck cares? Do slide knockdown. There are 3 types of knockdown. There's a slide, stomp, a slide, a grenade, and a melee. The slide and the melee are probably the best because grenades you should probably use more for killing than anything. Slide. Another one is buff teammates to gain speed boost. You can't really do that with an operative, so for medics, soldiers, and the engineers, buff damage, buff health, buff the world, basically. Buff everyone. Buff, 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 buff. Buff him, buff her, buff it, buff everyone. Always kill the medics first, otherwise you're going to get totally screwed, and once again they're just going to bring them all back. Choose class based on body type. Soldiers are medium. Well, soldiers can be whatever the fuck they want. Operatives, light or medium. Medics, medium or heavy. Engineers, medium or heavy. Well, engineers can be whatever they want, but medium heavy is the best. Keep moving, don't stop. If you're out of ammo, or you're trying to chase someone while you're out of ammo, then make a run for it. Don't stop running. Unless you're hiding in the exit mode or you're just making once again, if you're outnumbered outgunned, make a run for it or you're totally screwed. Spawn wisely. If you die and there's a medic nearby, use him. If there's a medic nearby, don't spawn. If there isn't, spawn. Pretty easy, pretty simple. Like, there are two medics right there. Most of the time, most likely, there are always going to be medics close by. If not, they just spawn. And if you're a medic, get the heck to your teammates. Don't be a jerk or a retard. Or in your case, stop being a COD addict. Stop letting that infect your brain. Don't worry about kill-death ratio, because kills and deaths don't affect your points at all. This game is all about objectives, completing them, and getting as close as possible to the objective and or destroying the objective and keeping enemies from completing theirs. Objectives complete more. Don't be afraid to die to complete objectives to save your team. And kills and deaths, they don't even give you that much XP, so they're not really worth the trouble. If you have to kill to save your life, of course you should do it. I'm not telling you not to, but don't let that keep infecting you. You don't really need to. Anyway, that's all the tips and tricks I can give you right now. I'll give you more when I get more. This is Silent signing.